What have Big Local done for the church?
Absolutely. Well, where do I begin? We started with putting in for funding for the seats outside, because we had two very, very wonky seats out there with very dilapidated trees which we had to have pulled down, and then we built the seats with the money that Big Local gave us. We also then discovered on our quinquennial, which is a 5-yearly inspection by Canterbury's architects, that we had a very bad fault in our main window, which was the mullion. Had somebody put ferrous metal into it and it had rotted the mullion, so we had to get a specialist in to replace identical amount, the stone identical, and get it all set back up, which we did, and we got part funding for that from Big Local. And then I'm very, very greedy. I then put in for another grant, and that was for some new fires, safety fires for in here, because we do have weddings and baptisms and funerals, and we do have people sort of with our minister walking around with a long gown on, and plus the bridesmaids and everybody else and the bride, and we were frightened that we were going to set them alight, so we've got the new fires. And what else? Oh yes, and of course now you can see me in beautiful daylight, because I then asked for some funding for my can't think of the word now. Perspex, that's the word. Perspex for the windows, and now I've actually discovered that we've got coloured panels on the windows, which I didn't really know, because you can actually see out the windows now, because that old Perspex had gone really yellow and you just couldn't see out of it, but it's brought so much daylight into the church. It's beautiful, and I'd like to thank you all for funding us. I'm going to put in for another one, I'm afraid.
Okay. What would the church have done without Big Local?
Well, we would have gone into our funds, which are limited, and we, I only have one flower festival because we're so remote, to actually raise funds. And I don't think, I know the £2,000 does help, but it doesn't. It's an old church, and it needs, bits and pieces done all the time, and it's helped us immensely.
How important is it for more people to get involved and apply for funding?
Well, I think it is very important, because people don't know about it as well. But I'm hoping that, I am always talking about you wherever I go. When I have my flower festival, I always make sure that you've got a stall here so that you can tell the public of, and the funding's available for certain areas of the community, which I think is excellent.
Did you find the process for applying?
Very easy.
Okay.
I was very nervous about the form and that, but once I'd done it once, then it's very easy to do.
And is there anything else you would like to mention?
Well, just that it has, given the church a new life, with the windows especially, and the fire. Well, I can't name it actually. And the seats outside are fantastic. We got a local man to do those, and it's just fantastic what you do for us. I'm really pleased with. I've been church warden here for about 3 years, and you've helped me every single year, maybe twice a year, in fact, to fund the things that I need. And as I say, the fires you paid for entirely, and the seats outside you paid for entirely, so that we didn't have to put any money from our funds. And it's really, really good, and it's brilliant for the community, knowing that we've got you here to help us out. Thank you.
We bring our tea and coffee and cake and we set up for a couple of hours, giving people an opportunity to get out in the fresh air and to chat to each other. They chat about all sorts, from their day-to-day, their personal stories and the issues that affect them living in a rural area. It's wonderful to watch people building relationships and to see community spirit being rekindled.
There are many people that are unaware of what information and services are available to them. And some of the residents that we've had come to our coffee caravan have taken information that's been very, very useful to them. We've also had quite a number of organisations coming along to explain in detail exactly what service is available to these people and how to go about getting it.